I want to start with Oklahoma City's big three. And I think it's at the point where we can call Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren a big three. They legit did everything down the stretch. They combined for 95. Chet Holmgren doesn't get any plays called for him, but still found a way to impact the game. And Jalen Williams, we said, if Oklahoma City's not going to go to the finals this year, it's going to be because Jalen Williams is not a bona fide second option. Check, check, check. They've answered all the questions now. And even though I think big threes are largely dead in the NBA, Oklahoma City has a big three, and they still have so much room to grow, which means it's curtains for the Western Conference.
It might be curtains for the NBA because the East ain't looking too tough after next season. So I think it was Ryan Russillo who tweeted this, and I couldn't agree more. The Oklahoma City Thunder were the only team that were going to beat that Minnesota Timberwolves team last night. Like, Minnesota was really good, and OKC loaded up on the ball when Ant had it. Obviously, Julius struggled, but I mean, Dante found his shot. Naw was incredible. It was a great basketball game. And Oklahoma City, like, I don't want to say that's like the best version that we could see because while Shai was really good, he wasn't great. Right. I think he took 40 shots to get 30, but he was still really good.
The other way around. I mean, took 30 shots to get 40.
Yes, took 30 shots to get 40. What really like sealed the deal down the stretch is there was a few minutes where Shai went to the bench. They had J-Dub run the offense. They kept afloat. They kept ahead. And then Shai comes back in, and J-Dub just effortlessly flows into like a kick-out option, a second option, a weak side option, and still hit shots. Like, there's nothing you can do with that. When that dude is hitting shots, because there's nothing you can do with Shai. There's nothing nobody can do with Shai. If Chet's hitting shots like that, if J-Dub is hitting shots like that, like it's impossible. And then Cason Wallace was getting big shots. Yeah. Isaiah Joe, to me, is one of the he doesn't get talked about. Like, he's one of the best shooters in basketball. Isaiah Joe is a tremendous three-point shooter. Like, this team is just flawless. There's no flaws to them. They got the break speed off them in Game 3. You know what? It's the NBA. It happens. This is the Final Four. All four of these teams are really good. The fact that they responded in this manner where Minnesota could never quite get over the hump. They hit a crazy shot. Oklahoma City hit a crazy shot. Like, that was a championship effort last night that only, I think, and as Ryan Russillo said, that only one team in the NBA could have beaten that Minnesota Timberwolves team last night, and it was the team that they played against.
Yeah, it was the weird thing. I don't know if you felt this way. It felt like Oklahoma City, as close as the game was, and granted, Oklahoma City had moments where they were up double digits, but it didn't go further than that. It didn't go like from 10 to 15. But I never felt, James, that Oklahoma City was never in control. You know, it felt like even though Minnesota was stalking, it seemed like Oklahoma City would respond with a big shot, respond with a big stop, get an offensive rebound, do something to sort of quell whatever momentum or energy that Minnesota was trying to gin up. And that's like a maturity thing, like recognizing this possession is big, this moment is big. Let's make sure that we hunker down. We did not concentrate as much as we should have in Game 3. We got our doors blown off. Let's tighten up. And they played really good defense. Like, I want to talk, James, I want to see how you rock with me on this, because we can talk about the officiating. We can talk, there were a couple of, calls here and there. Whatever, those things happen in the playoffs. But the way that Oklahoma City loaded up on Anthony Edwards and said, you're not going to beat us. I've never seen Ant look confused. I've seen him tired before. I've seen him exhausted before. I've never seen Anthony Edwards like confused in a way that takes away his aggressiveness. They loaded up and said, no, you're going to hit shots. Dante DiVincenzo, you're going to hit shots. Cool. Those are the terms in which we are accepting. But we're not going to accept Ant, you scoring 40, or Julius Randle, you scoring 40. And I just feel like that's a mark of a mature ball club.
I agree 100% with you. Even to the point of kind of that was a mature win last night. Like, I think when we sit down and watch the Oklahoma City documentary 15, 20 years from now, the amount of emphasis those players are going to recall about that Denver series that they just had. Like that.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City went from boys to men in that Denver series. Even though they were vastly more talented across the board than Denver, though they were the favorites to win, that was a championship team on the other side with the 1B best player in the world, 1A best player in the world, whatever everyone wants to call it. And they found a way to win. And I think what we saw last night was a continuation of a group that is just, they've entered that echelon of, we're no longer the young team that's learning how to win. We're the young team that's like about to make your lives hell for the next decade. And the way they loaded up on Ant, like there was a hand within 5 inches of him, any dribble he took. Like there was somebody, if they weren't right in front of him, there was somebody within striking distance. And it's not just like 5 NBA players alone on the court, good defender, bad defenders, like is a lot when they're focusing in on you. 5 dogs all at once.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma City never has a terrible defender on the floor. Like they have great to good at minimum all the time. And I thought Ant played well. I thought and to quote Tom Thibodeau, he let the game come to him. He got his teammates involved. I think the issue is, for as tremendous as Julius Randle has been this playoffs, even before the playoffs, like since he came back from the injury, things didn't go well from him at the start, and he kind of just faded in the game. And Julius, as an observer, tends to do that when things don't go well early. He could get lost in the sauce throughout the course of a game, and I just didn't think he added. They needed him to add just a little bit more, and he wasn't able to do that. I thought Ant did his part given the way the defense guarded him.
I legit think that big threes are dead. I think when you look at the CBA and the aprons and everything else, if you've got one player on a big boy max, which Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on, it's going to be really incumbent on you to draft really well. Almost like in football, where if you got a quarterback on a big deal, then you've got to draft. You got to hit on your draft picks because that is your title window. Where Oklahoma City, they're able to have this big three because 23 and 22. Like, those are the ages of Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or 24 and 23, excuse me. Like, they're still so very young and not at a max sort of status yet. Jalen Williams is probably going to be all NBA, so those mechanisms start kicking in. But James, everybody's looking for big threes, and I don't know if they should. Oklahoma City drafted theirs. And this whole Sam Presti, rebuild thing, he hit on the right picks after getting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and we're seeing all of this come to fruition. Chet Holmgren is nowhere near where he should be. Jalen Williams is probably nowhere near where he should be, where he's going to be later, and they're winning right now, and they all seem to sort of fit perfectly within this. Like Chet Holmgren last night, every shot that he hit was not like a clutch traditional shot, James. It was like, we're up 2, now we're up 5. We're up 3, now we're up 6. We're up 5, now we're up 7. Like, those are things that you can't, teach. And maybe it's the experience from the Denver series, but I feel like they're playing so much more free, and it starts with those 3 guys.
I agree, and I'm actually a bit surprised at how the one thing I had questions left about this team is they haven't played this deep and this intense. Would their legs hang up? And there's times you look at Shai, he don't even look like he's sweating. Like, that team they're so mature. But to your point, I'm fascinated to see how this team, I agree with you, big threes are dead. Sam Presti, as now we can really give him his flowers because they're going to make the NBA Finals. I thought a lot of that stuff was premature. We needed to see what happened. His team is going to the finals, and I think everybody thinks that they will probably win the finals comfortably, no matter who it is up against, right? Barring injury.